Hello there, beautiful beings again, September 1st. And then our drum here, this one came out as our female and it came out with anthem. Look at, we had the double, 32, 32, 5, 5, changing, right? Taking the lead in our own lives. And knowing, hey, we've always had the lead. Our thoughts lead, so we need to pay attention to our dreams and our thoughts. So drum. Drum, 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 drum. I love the drums here. Maybe I can pull it closer. Have a good look at that. Rhythm and internal timing. Now that came up in our story in the Dreamtime Vision, how some can use the drum because the dream time is different than the sleep time. So we're not trying to access the dream time in our waking times, that journeying, it will creep into our sleep times. Eternal rhythm and timing, divine timing. Here's a link to that. Drum that marks the heartbeat of our Mother Earth, constantly reminding us who gave us birth. The rhythm of connection, pulse of flame and fire, the protection of the perfect reflection of our heart's desire. Got some construction going on there. I know I kind of read loud. I'm getting hot, half and half here. I think it's at the school. There's a school there. Anyway, drum, rhythm and internal timing. The drum came to the children of Earth during the Second World, which was the first ice age. It was at that time that clans and families gathered around the new discovery of fire and shared warmth in unity. During the long winters inside the caves, it was necessary to pass the time working on tools to be used during the spring, as well as dancing, making music, and performing ceremonies. A leg bone left after a meal was served as a drumstick, to beat out a rhythm. Hides were stretched over hollow logs of different widths and depths to make drums of varying tones. It was during this ice world that all 5 races of the children of Earth connected with the heartbeat of Earth Mother. They learned that the Mother was active in their ceremonies and that amidst the drum beats there was a common, almost imperceptible rhythm seeming to emanate from the earth. Whether in a cave or in the open of the forest, Earth's heartbeat would attune their heartbeats to one another. The drum gave a low, resonant sound that built the energy to a heightened state of frenzy as the stories of victorious hunts were acted out before the fire. Tribal peoples all over the planet still rely upon the drum to connect the energy of each person participating in ritual or ceremony. In doing so, there is a collective energy present that can be used for healing, prayer, gratitude, requests for information, or journeying. The drum can be used as a map or blueprint for those seeking altered states of consciousness or parallel universes. The drum will connect the heart of the person doing the journeying to the heartbeat of the Earth Mother and provide a safe way to return to the body. The possibility of reaching other realities and getting lost or losing touch with sanity is highly improbable when the drum is used as a guide. The shaman's use of chants, animal sounds, the drum beat, or flute to make a roadmap to the outer realms of the underworld is as ancient as the art of journeying. Often great stress is put upon the body when the spirit is freed of its physical shell and seeks the other realities and parallel universes. After being out of body for several hours, the limbs are stiff and very cold. The control of the breath brings the heartbeat down to a very slow, rhythm, and the body no longer places its attention on maintaining normal active state. A type of suspended animation occurs that allows life force to collect in the areas needed as a reserve. This condition is a non-active embryonic state. The same consciously directed state of slowing down the metabolism is a natural among dolphins and whales. That's why we use their breath. The drum is audibly heard and internally felt by two-leggeds. This gives the human race a new sense of the first sound any human ever heard. That sound was in the womb and was a double heartbeat, the child's own heart and the heart of its mother. Resonates through the water of the amniotic sac and mirrors the human connection to the Earth Mother. The drum can be used to assist the reconnection process outside the womb. When a sense of nurturing connection to the Earth Mother is strong in a person, the trust factor is present, and that person has a better chance of successful journeying. Native Americans have always lived in harmony with the Earth Mother, as have tribal peoples of the other four races. The sense of belonging to the earth and being of the earth in a natural way has enabled the medicine people to see other worlds with ease. The stress factor is not present in the bodies of those using the Earth Mother's heartbeat for sustenance, while their spirit journeys through parallel universes. Many seers or dreamers will hold a stone person to maintain the earth connection while journeying. In Mexico, the grandmothers, Cece and Berta, taught me how to flow with the drum and control my heartbeat so that I could travel to a new time and space. Here's her story. Let me get warm again. The day was dry and dusty. Grandfather sent clear, undulating waves of heat up the dry arroyos to change my view of the horizon. I passed all of the geraniums growing out of coffee cans and the various succulent flowers growing from old juice cans nailed to the walls surrounding the patio. I softly scratched the peeling blue paint door, and entered the cool shadows of grandmother's humble living room. This was the day we were to discuss rhythm. Grandmother Cece hauled out a rattlesnake skin from a pink plastic laundry basket filled with bits and pieces of her jumbled collectibles, and made me sit down on the earthen floor. When we began by discussing the rhythm of snake and how snake attracts. Okay, let me start that sentence again. We began by discussing the rhythm of snake and how snake tracks make S-like trails across the sand. Okay, we got through that sentence. The movement of snake had a rhythm that connected every part of its body to every other part. Snake would scurry across the desert in a manner that gracefully used every part of its body in unison, thus creating a continuous rhythm of its own. This unified rhythm is healing because all parts are able to work together like a finely tuned machine. Illness results when missed beats cause the rhythmic unity of the body to falter. Grandmother Cece explained, when snake sits under the shade of a rock, the lull of the rhythm is balanced by the memory of the activity that preceded it. Snake can then rely upon the heartbeat of the Earth Mother it feels within the stone person to maintain its earth connection. Grandmother Berta brought out the drum and began to beat out the snake rhythm that matched snakes scurrying across the desert floor. Then she changed to the deer beat, then buffalo beat, then the buffalo beat, showing me the difference in each creature's natural active and resting rhythm. Each time, I could feel and hear the heartbeat of the creature beings as distinct patterns. The talking drum spoke to my heart. I could understand the medicine. Each tom-tom gave a different message because it spoke of the activity of a different animal, either walking, charging, or resting. The habits of creature beings were like a signal of what to expect next. If one tribe made their drum to speak in the manner of a charging buffalo, the message could mean the herds were moving in the listening tribe's direction. Although this type of communication is more common in Africa, the practice was used between different bands of the same tribe or nation in Native America. I smiled at my discovery, then turned my attention back to the drum beat in the room. Grandmother Cece then had Grandmother Berta beat out the human heartbeat as it rested. I sat with my eyes closed and felt my own heart slow to the pattern the drum sounded. My body swayed slightly, and I felt myself align with a new, unified body pattern. In a sense, I was finding the center of my personal, sacred space. I was not pushing my body to be or do certain things any longer. I was allowing it to find its own rhythm. At 22, it was a wondrous discovery to see that I had a rhythm of my own. My body had its rhythm, and the two could actually work together. All life has rhythm, whether in the physical or spirit worlds. The drum allows us to access the patterns of life force inside and outside of ourselves, so that we may come to the understanding that all exists simultaneously. This simultaneous unified beat is the heartbeat of our Mother Earth. When we cross the border into parallel universes, we find the unified heartbeat is that of great mystery. If we have ever experienced those rhythms, we may then share them through the drum to show others the rhythms of all creation. The application. If the talking drum has spoken to you, you are being asked to find your own internal timing. You may be pushing too hard or missing a beat. In any case, being out of sync calls for realignment with the body's needs. Rhythm is a personal thing. To honor your own rhythm is to come back into harmony with the self. From this point, personal comfort allows you to harmonize with other rhythms of life. The drum also speaks of allowing yourself to be supported by Mother Earth's heartbeat. That is to say, your mind may be outdistancing what your body can handle, and the body cannot pull needed energy from the earth because it is trying to keep up with your thoughts. If this applies, you are missing a beat. Slow down and rediscover the heartbeat of your true mother. Then the synchronicity of your movements will be effortless. In all cases, rhythm is key. Become aware of all rhythms and see how yours fits in. If it feels right, you become the music, and the dance you are dancing becomes a celebration of life. with the patience. Ant is also 32. So these came out together today, but you can watch them separately. That's okay. Patience. Patience, patience, patience. We're going to put that in there. The ant. And you know, something interesting. Ant is my personal totem to the above, which is the connection to the dream time. It's kind of cool for me. And I love the drum. I use the drum all the time. I drum. Maybe I can do a drum video, a drum clearing video. I don't know. Tell me if you'd be interested in that. See how that comes across, eh? I don't get the reverberations too good from the thing, but you know, the point's still there. The intentions. So, oh, tiny ant, your patience grows like the sands of times. Like the sands of time. Can I learn to be like you? Or is it too sublime? Ant can carry a leaf over hundreds of miles just to get it back to the anthill. Ants in Africa will strip a forest bare when food is scarce, if it takes them a year. Ant's medicine is the strategy of patience. Ant is a builder like beaver, is aggressive like badger, has stamina like elk, scrutiny like mouse, and giveaway like turkey. Packs, wow, lots of medicine in that little guy. Every ant, woohoo, chills. Every ant in an anthill is part of the ant group mind, as all the ants work for the queen ant and the hive. Self-sacrifice is a part of ant medicine. Greater than ants' other medicines, however, is patience. Ant people are active, community-minded folks who see the greater future needs of their town. Ant people are planners, like squirrel, and are content to see their dreams being built a little at a time. In today's society, that is a rare quality. In the desert, one type of ant will burrow a conical hole with its apex at the bottom. And the ant will cover itself and patiently wait for some unsuspecting insect to fall in. As the sand crumbles, the prey eventually falls to the bottom, only to find ants' open jaws. Patience does have its rewards. Ant people have a knowing about the sweet victory at the end of the line. There is never a concern about going without. If they are late for the opening of a sale, there's never a concern with going without if they are late for the opening of a sale. If what they want is sold out, they are sure that something equal or better is available. If you have ant medicine, you eat slowly and deliberately and are content in knowing that what is yours will come to you. This knowing is good medicine. It shows a trust in the universe to provide. If ant meandered into your spread today, it is time to show a little trust and patience in some life situation. You may have forgotten that you will always receive that which you need at the time you need it most. You will always receive that which you need at the time you need it most. Always. If it is not on the horizon or just around the next anthill, you may need to use some strategy. How can you put to use your power of creation until it arrives? Whatever it means to you at this time. Ant is working for the good of the whole. Are you? If you are, be assured that the whole wants the same goodness for you. And that will be provided. And that it will be provided. In the contrary, watch out. Here comes the sting. If you are in a hurry, you may fall prey to those who are not working for the good of the whole of humanity. Those individuals who make greed a way of life prey on the fear and urgency of those who have forgotten natural and tribal law. It's easy money. If this warning applies to you, become aware of users and con artists. In the contrary position, Ant also teaches you to trust natural law. If you do, harmony always follows. Your silly impatience will bring Coyote to aid you in sabotaging your plans for the future if you allow your panic to outweigh your rational sensibilities. The key here is to honor the will of the Great Spirit so that mountains are not made out of anthills. Thank you much. Have a wonderful day. Heart hugs. Peace.